Early voting starts on September 24th, and if you want to mail in your vote in Illinois, you do need to request a ballot by October 29th. We are just 59 days away from the election in November, but waves of ads for campaigns are already hitting commercial breaks and your social media feeds.
News 4 has started our election season series of fact-checking those ads that you see right here on KMOV. Tonight, we investigate the ad backed by a political group working to keep Governor Parson in office.
I've served on the force for 24 years.
It's true that Rob Dean is a current St. Louis County police officer. He's been with the department as a canine officer since 2006. He's also listed as a vice president in the county's Fraternal Order of Police. According to the department, Dean's presence in the ad is not a violation of department policies, but his views do not represent those of the agency.
Governor Parson is fighting hard to protect your family and put violent repeat offenders behind bars.
As it shows on the screen, Parson did call a special session on violent crime this year, but Parson did not call a special session on violent crime last year when the number of homicides in St. Louis in 2019 rose to the second highest levels of the decade.
But wasn't this in front of you last year?
I'm not. You mean last summer?
Last summer, last year.
I'm not for sure whether it was or not. I don't know. They could have.
And he did sign into law a bill that would add prison time to the sentences of repeat violent offenders for crimes like murder, illegally possessing a firearm, and armed criminal action. But to clarify, that bill was signed into law 3 weeks before the special session started.
And Nicole Galloway, her campaign has been funded by left-wing extremists who wants to defund our police. These radicals are emboldening criminals, and Galloway has been silent while they're doing it.
To be clear, none of that video is from Missouri. You can clearly see a New York Police Department car in one video and the Defund the Police sign that's from Washington, D.C. As for the campaign funding claim,
her campaign has been funded by left-wing extremists.
In her campaign's latest filings with the Missouri Ethics Commission, News 4 could find no one connected to any extremist group, and in fact, a large number of her contributions came in small dollar donations, many in just amounts of $5 to $10. So that claim is false.
Nicole Galloway is liberal on crime.
As to that claim, Galloway's campaign spokesperson stated Auditor Galloway has worked with law enforcement to obtain 63 criminal counts against corrupt public officials, both Democrats and Republicans. She's worked closely with prosecutors, sheriffs, and Highway Patrol and the FBI to do it. The group behind the ad, Uniting Missouri, is a political action committee funded to help elect Mike Parson. Last month, it was fined by the Missouri Ethics Commission for failing to disclose flights it paid for trips Parson took to D.C. and Florida. As for that claim that Galloway had remained silent on the looting and rioting that took place in recent weeks, she did release a statement and spoke out against the violent acts when they took place. Today, she had this to say at an event.
I don't support defunding the police. I do not believe in violence. I think that we need to be tough on violence and use the resources at the state level to help protect our communities.
News 4 reached out to United Missouri earlier this week for comment, but we never received a response. We will be looking at the ads running against Parson in the coming weeks. And do you have an ad that you want us to fact check? Email us at investigates